the first card you have for your past is the Eight of Cups. So yes, yes, what I'm seeing is you're just being very quiet, very, very quiet at this time. So maybe you weren't wanting to communicate as much with the people around you. It was like, I'm not seeing that you were you were emotional, you had some things going on emotionally, but they weren't huge things. You just didn't really want to be around people at this time. You just didn't want to show your feelings. You didn't want to share what you had to say with people. It's that kind of thing. And I'm seeing this, when I see this Wall of Cups in this card, which is like, this is like an emotional wall when I see this. And, it's like you're putting up this emotional wall between you and other people because you just didn't want to share things with them at this time. That's what I'm seeing. You weren't rude to people. I'm not seeing you rude to people. I'm just seeing maybe you're just not participating in some conversations that were happening around you or something like that. And I'm also seeing that someone maybe could have been a bit offended by this, because I'm seeing this man here, he's turning his back, and maybe this person thought you were turning your back on them or something like that. You weren't meaning to do this. I'm not saying you were meaning to do this. You just wanted to keep your feelings to yourself and things to yourself at this time. You just had a lot on your mind, that's all. And this is in the past, but if this resonates, maybe try to talk to this person, just explain that this wasn't personal. If this resonates with you, just let them know, look, I just wasn't feeling like talking. I just had a lot on my mind at that time. I don't mean it anything personal against you, something like that. So yes, the next card you have, your past, is the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, so you also could have had your head down, actually, because I'm seeing working on something. I'm actually seeing this could be studying or some kind of training or something like that, because I'm seeing learning in this. And I'm seeing actually halfway, so you could have been halfway or in the middle of doing something or this study or something, because I'm seeing a little bit of frustration here because things were moving along quite slowly for you. Because if you look at this horse, he's kind of plodding along slowly, and he's a workhorse as well. But I'm seeing that yes, this is this awkward time, because sometimes, when you're studying, there's an awkward time where you're kind of in the middle of things. And what I'm seeing is you've passed this, when you start doing something, you're all enthusiastic and you think, oh, I'm going to be so organized, I'm going to do this, and I'm going to do this, and it's going to go really well, and I'm going to do this. And you've passed that kind of enthusiasm, this enthusiastic stage in the beginning, but you haven't quite come toward the end to see the end. It's not like you're getting toward the end and you're seeing, oh, the end's coming, and that kind of pushes you forward as well. You're kind of in the middle, and that's a kind of frustrating time for you, but you're just going to have to keep plodding on, and you will do that. You'll just keep on going on. You'll see the finish line eventually if you do this, but it feels a lot slower. It feels a lot slower than you'd like. That's what I'm seeing. So the last card you have your past is the Two of Pentacles. Wow, I'm seeing so much slow energy in your past. Very slow. It's a little bit frustrating. It's just, yes, I'm seeing all this slow energy. And I'm actually seeing, what I'm seeing here with this is texting. I'm seeing texting, but I'm seeing slow texts. And I'm seeing that, maybe you could have been waiting for a text. Could be an email, but I am seeing a text. What I'm seeing is that you message someone, and you're waiting to hear back from that person. So what I'm seeing is it's like when I see this Two of Pentacles, it's like your turn, my turn, your turn, my turn. And this could be a romantic situation where you're texting someone, maybe you first met, maybe you haven't known each other for that long, or maybe it's just early days or something. You're texting them, they're texting you, backwards and forwards, and then they don't text back. Or they don't text back quickly, or they take their time, or they're not actually communicating. And then you're sitting there waiting for this text because you think, well, I don't want to do double texting, if you know what I mean. Like, I don't want to keep on texting and texting if this person doesn't want to hear from me, because that makes me look stupid and feel stupid. So I'm just going to leave it for them. And so I'm seeing that's what's happening. You're kind of leaving the ball in their court, because this can sometimes be like tennis, going backwards and forwards with these Two Pentacles. But you're leaving the ball in their court, but you're waiting and waiting, and it's so frustrating. And you feel like, because I'm looking at this infinity, and you're feeling like this is taking forever, this is taking an infinity, and it's really, really frustrating. That's what I'm seeing is happening in your past. So the first card you have, your present, is the Two of Wands. So yes, again, I'm seeing this could be about this texting, this could be about this messaging or whatever it is, waiting in the Two of Pentacles, because I'm seeing, I'm actually seeing, yes, this could be a love situation I'm seeing again, and you're waiting to move forward with someone, but you can't because you're waiting. So I'm seeing, if you look at this man, look at him, he has a world in his hands, he's looking to the future, he's thinking, I want to go out there, I want to do things, but I'm waiting for this person behind me. If you look at the wand behind him, it's actually bolted to the wall. So this person's kind of stuck there, and you want to hear from them. You want to tell them all these things. You want them to come with you and join this journey, come on this journey with you, but they won't. They're just stuck there behind you, sitting there. And you've kind of turned your back on them, like this man's turned his back on this wand, because you're trying not to sit there staring at your phone, waiting for this text or this communication to come in. So you're trying to ignore it. You're trying to do other things, but it's still sitting there. It's still stuck there. Sorry, there's a noise. There's an aeroplane going across. Yes, and I can see why this is really bothering you, keeping you waiting. But if this resonates, just don't let people hold you back. If you want to move forward and do things, don't let people hold you back. Don't sit there waiting for this communication. If they're not communicating with you, sometimes there's a reason why people aren't communicating with you. I mean, I've had a situation where I've been interested in someone, but I have genuinely had something going on. I've had, an emergency happen, and I haven't been able to text them or communicate as much as they would like. But I always sent, I would send one small text and say, this is what's going on in my life. I'm sorry. Don't think I'm ignoring you. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. That takes 5 seconds to do that. If this person can't even take the 5 seconds to let you know what's going on, maybe this person is not the best person to have around. And look at you, you're looking forward into the future. This person's actually behind you. So maybe just try and move forward. Think about yourself, think about your own things. Just let them do whatever they're doing. That's what I'm seeing. The next card you have, your present, is the Star. So yes, I'm seeing a little bit of a lack of confidence, and I'm seeing a bit of vulnerability when I look at this card. This could be waiting for this person, might be adding to this lack of confidence. You might feel like you've shared something with this person. I'm seeing maybe they're not sharing back to you, or maybe you've given them a little bit more than you feel that they're giving you, that kind of thing, and they're kind of leaving you hanging. Because I'm seeing this feeling vulnerable in this card, because if you look at this woman, she's naked, so obviously that's vulnerability. And if you look at the angle when you look at this woman, you're looking kind of down on this woman, so it's like you're observing her, and she doesn't know that she's being observed. She doesn't know that. So that's a vulnerable position to be in. That's what I'm seeing as well. And I'm also seeing balance between emotion and the earth, one and the other. So you're feeling a little bit emotional, and you need to try and find some more balance about this. So yes, this person might be making you feel a little bit vulnerable. And again, I'm seeing that maybe you might have shared a little bit much with this person, and you feel like they're not communicating back to you. It's that kind of thing. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing not communicating. It's making you feel a little bit exposed. That kind of thing. So the last card you have, your present, is the Queen of Pentacles. So yes, this is about you. I love this beautiful card. Look how beautiful she is. I love it. And I love the stability, and I love that she's looking at that. I'm seeing you being very, very giving, actually. You're quite giving with this person. Maybe you've been a little bit too giving, actually. And I'm just seeing that you're not... Yes, you're a strong person. You're a very strong person. You're a very stable person. But you don't feel that strong when you're around this person and you're thinking about this person. And I can see why I wouldn't feel strong around this person either, because they're not even giving you the basic courtesy of communicating with you. That's what I'm seeing. I'm sorry about this. This is what I'm seeing. And yes, I can see why you're not so strong around. If this resonates, just make sure this person isn't taking advantage of you or playing games with you or doing something like that. And I'm seeing, don't wait for someone who wouldn't wait for you. Don't wait for someone who isn't giving you a basic answer about where they are, or a basic communication, even a small thing. Again, I'm seeing, this is what I'm thinking. It takes 5 seconds to text someone and say, I'm sorry, I'm really busy, this is what's happening, I'll be back to you soon. Or even if they don't want to be with you, they should say something. They should say, I'm really sorry, I've changed my mind. It's hard to do that, but it takes a brave person to do that. But if they're not doing that, do you want to be with someone who's not brave? Do you want to be with someone who isn't facing up to things? If they're not facing up to something like that, how would the future with this person be? It would be terrible. So I'm just seeing that. I'm sorry if this sounds, I won't say sorry, I get in trouble for saying sorry all the time. Okay, so I won't say sorry. But yes, just think about that. That's what I'm seeing. The first card you have for your future is the Page of Pentacles. So I'm seeing this is still about this training, this learning, this studying, or whatever it is. You're still going to be doing that, and you are going to see it through to the end. I'm definitely seeing that. You're not going to give up, even though it's tough. You're not going to give up. You're going to keep going. And I'm seeing you, there could be a new angle to this that's coming in for your future. You could be studying, you might be researching a new thing, finding some new information in this, and it might be really interesting to you. It might really change things, or it might change the direction of this assignment or this studying or whatever it is you're doing. It's kind of a new thing, because when I look at this, I'm seeing a few things. I'm looking at, he's on the fresh grass with new little flowers on it, so it's springtime. So this is a new thing. You're finding new things about this. And also this guy is quite young. He's studying, he's still learning, he has a lot to learn, and he's looking up to this pentacle, he's looking up to this coin, and he's thinking, if I study, this is going to help me out in my experience, in my career, and in money down the line. And I'm looking up to it. I haven't quite got there yet, but I'm looking up to this. So I'm studying, I'm doing something that's going to get me to where I want to go. That's what I'm seeing. And so you're still doing this. And I'm seeing that, if you have this really interesting breakthrough in whatever you're studying or researching or whatever this is, this is going to get your mind off this person a little bit. Not totally. I'm seeing you're still going to be thinking about this person a bit, but this will help. It will certainly help you. That's what I'm seeing. And again, this is going to be a long process. You're going to be studying this thing. You will get there. You will definitely get there in the end. Keep on going. That's what I'm seeing. Keep going. The next card you have for your future is the King of Cups. Yes. You might be giving up on waiting. You might be giving up on all these emotions. You might be just throwing away, thinking, I cannot deal with this anymore. I'm just going to give up on this. I'm not going to be waiting for this person again. This is what I'm thinking you might be thinking. You might not have totally given up on them, but I'm saying you're starting to do that at this time. You're going to start to rise above your emotions. If you look at this king, I'm just looking at this king, and he's on the water, but he's rising above the water. So this is why I'm seeing rising above the emotional, rising above your emotions, rising above all these feelings that you have for this person, and all this upset and all this concern you have and all this stress of this waiting. That's what I'm seeing. And you're going to, you're moving on, you're concentrating on other things in your life, which is fantastic, because that's what I said you should do in the Two of Wands, looking forward to what you have. And yes, rising above your feelings, it's fantastic. As you keep on rising higher and higher and higher away from this person, away from all these difficult emotions, because this is a wavy sea he's on. These are waves. That it's not a calm sea. So this has you, it has you feeling emotional, all up and down and waves and all difficult. So you're going to be rising above this now. The more you rise above, the better you will feel. The better you'll feel, the stronger you will feel. It's difficult to begin with, but you can do this. You can do this. That's what I'm seeing. You might be, if this is you giving up on this person, giving up on this waiting, I'm really glad you are. If this is what you're going to be deciding to do, I'm really glad. The last card you have for your future is the Chariot. So yes, moving away, focusing on yourself, getting very serious on your work, pushing toward the end of this studying. Look how serious this guy is in the Chariot. I always think he's so serious all the time. And the other thing I'm seeing, okay, this is very strange. Don't think I'm strange, but this is what I'm seeing. I'm just going to tell you what I'm seeing. I'm seeing a word that was someone from your more distant past. This might not resonate. This is just what I'm seeing. Someone used a word, or it could have been more than one person. There was a word that was used to describe you. Now, this was a negative word, and you had this on your mind. This is something that's kind of underpinned a lot of this. When you're lacking in confidence, this word that was used to describe you, you thought about this every time you lacked in confidence. That's what I'm seeing. But now at this time, what I'm seeing is you're going to be rising above the the old with the King of Cups and with the Chariot. You're moving forward from that. You're going to be finding your own words. You're going to be finding your own language to describe yourself. You're going to be saying, I'm not this word. I'm now this word, your new word. You're going to give yourself a new word to describe yourself, new words, a new language. This is the new you. You're moving forward. It's very, very powerful. Words are very, very powerful. And, yes, use your own language. You're right. This is what you should be doing. This is fantastic. You're going to see yourself in a whole new way. That's what I'm seeing. Because the Chariot, obviously the Chariot's about movement. It can be literal movement. It could be moving away from someone. It can be moving to something new. It can be all sorts of different things like that. Obviously, the core thing is movement. This can be, I'm seeing with this Chariot, though, it's a lot deeper than that for you. This is about transforming to something else. You're transforming from an old thing into a new thing, and you're using words to re-describe yourself. I really hope that makes sense. If it doesn't resonate, I'm sorry, but that's what I'm seeing.